Beside their genealogy of males, from 3 years old and upward, even unto every one that entereth into the house of the Lord, his daily portion for their service in their charges according to their courses, both to the genealogy of the priests by the house of their fathers, and the Levites from 20 years old and upward, in their charges by their courses, and to the genealogy of all their little ones, their wives and their sons and their daughters, through all the congregation, for in their set office they sanctified themselves in holiness. Also of the sons of Aaron the priests, which were in the fields of the suburbs of their cities, in every several city, the men that were expressed by name, to give portions to all the males among the priests, and to all that were reckoned by genealogies among the Levites. 2 Chronicles 31, verse 16 to 19. Every ingredient of this census speaks not of flesh and blood, but of states within your own consciousness. The males from 3 years old upward are the earliest stirrings of self-awareness, those budding thoughts that first enter the inner sanctuary. Their daily portion is the Word, the ever-present truth you must feed upon if you would serve as priest and Levite in your own temple of imagination. Notice how even little ones, their wives, sons, and daughters, are enrolled. Here are all the faculties, emotion, memory, desire, belief, sanctified by attention. When you daily distribute the living manna of faith to each faculty, they assume their appointed courses, harmonizing as a congregation within. No part is overlooked. Every hidden impulse receives its portion, for only in such ordered supply does holiness unfold. And those sons of Aaron, expressed by name, they are your personal sense of authority, your conscious will charged to parcel out the gift of truth to every corner of your being. They labor not in foreign fields but in their own suburbs, those threshold thoughts at the border of waking and dreaming, where the Word must also enter and take root. This is the unseen drama of Christ. Not a man nailed to time, but the living plan of salvation ever enacted within. As you give this daily portion, you enact the crucifixion and resurrection of doubt, that the birth of certainty. Your own imagination becomes altar and temple, priest and sacrifice. You discover that what you feed within is what you behold without. Thus the Scripture ceases to be a distant chronicle and becomes your personal census, revealing that every office bearer, every soul in that holy assembly is you, receiving and dispensing the one portion that sets you free. In the psychological reading, when the text speaks of a genealogy of males beginning at about 3 years of age, it points to the awakening of self-awareness, for it is around that time that the child first claims I. Then, by mentioning priests, Levites, little ones, their wives, and their sons and daughters, the passage unfolds the full spectrum of our faculties. The priest representing the reasoning will, the Levite the heart's feeling, the little ones our budding imagination, the wives our receptive intuition, and the sons and daughters the emerging ideas. Finally, to say that they sanctified themselves in holiness reveals the sacred harmony of inner alignment that arises when each part willingly consents to serve the one self. Begin by recognizing daily portions as the sustaining affirmations of your inner world. Just as the Levites received daily bread for their sacred service, you nourish each faculty of your being with a living word picture of your desire. This practice echoes the teaching, their charges according to their courses, for every faculty carries its appointed role in manifestation. Reason organizes your thoughts, feeling animates them with vibrant energy, and imagination conceives the form of your unfolding reality. As you attend faithfully to each course in turn, what began as a formless seed in the mind steadily takes on embodied life. Moreover, when you assign names to your inner states, courage, peace, abundance, you bring these qualities into conscious allocation. In this act of naming, you express an essential faith that births, shapes, and orders your entire inner universe. As the high priest of your consciousness, you hold the unique power to portion and sanctify each facet of your mind in holiness, aligning every thought and feeling with your unified desire. In embracing this role, you recognize that nothing within you is too subtle or too vast to demand your conscious attention. Every impulse and emotion functions as a vital member of your psyche, jointly shaping the reality you co-create. This awareness invites you to honor the sacred interplay of all aspects within, guiding your every act with clarity and purpose. As the morning light stirs your consciousness, begin by addressing each faculty in turn: first reason, then feeling, followed by imagination, and finally intuition. Speak each name softly and offer it a concise affirmation born from your deepest desire. Later, as dusk approaches, take a moment to reflect on the day's unfolding, observing how every part carried out its task. Give thanks to your reason for its clarity, to your imagination for its vivid scenes, and to your heart for the joy it sustained. Whenever doubt arises, pause to acknowledge the hesitant part, recommit it to your united purpose, and bless it with confidence until it rejoins the harmonious whole. By treating these inner tribes, this ancestral genealogy of self, as honored servants, you awaken the full power of divine imagination. Each affirmation you impart becomes a seed that blossoms into outer reality, revealing how ancient wisdom transforms ordinary moments into modern miracles, since you are both the giver and the receiver of God's daily bread.